It's either you're going to repent or you're going to die. There's nothing to it, baby. What it do, y'all? It's your brother man from the motherland coming to you guys live from the NY, back with another one of that Repent or Die podcast. For those that don't know who I am, I'm Jones, the original for the Bantu by blood, now by converge. You know I'm out here to splurge with the world with the word. Do that again. Give all praise and glory to the Father, for he is worthy to be praised. Want to give shout outs to all those that's tuning in, subscribing. You know, we reaching that 20K. Let's keep it going. And you know, all praise be to the Father for all of this, man. And of course, I couldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for you guys. So definitely got to give you guys a round of applause. And let's go.
Starting when you
Yeah. So we gonna have a good one, man. Before I do, I always gotta tell you what's going on. I've been sidelined. It's been a long June for me. Graduation, medical situations. It was just a lot. Finally getting the opportunity to sit down, build with my daughter. She's about to become my top executive when it comes to this podcast. You see me working with the mice and all that, trying to fix things. We're about to take our talent to South Beach and talk to the people, man. You know what I'm saying? The people need the people need to have these conversations. So speaking of conversations, December conversation was a immaculate December conversation. Is something that you guys would really look forward to. Really would be edifying. It's very important that, brothers and sisters understand my purpose and my mission. My mission is to, bring the hood into the kingdom. Feel me? Because he deserves it. I don't care about your past. I don't care about your history. All I care is about that future. Current events in the future. And that future is us sitting on that throne where we need to be. Right? But again, tune into the podcast, the December conversation, latest live. We'll love it. Yeah. But without further ado, let me give you the hood news. The hood news, as you can see, still shady, still grimy, and still out here wilding. Current events, drill rapper out of New York by M.EBK was shot in his leg and was later pronounced dead. The two suspects fled away, crashed their cars, been arrested. Now they're booked on murder charges. And listen, like I say all the time, ain't no sunshine where we from. Any darkness, everything. You understand? It's only darkness. And until we get out of this mentality and we really put the pieces together, really fix these circumstances, man, we really gonna be lost. We really gonna be suffering. Black people has become the endangered species. I will be doing a podcast titled White America Has Failed Black People. I'm thinking about making it a series. Making it a 10-part series, because that's how severe and that's how long white America has been lying and deceiving black people. So we're gonna talk about it, right? But on today's broadcast, we're gonna have that conversation, right? The conversation is shit. All black men and black women do is go on the internet to complain. Shout out to the Wiz for the title. We had an in-depth conversation like we do every Saturday morning. Whatever you want to call it, Sabbath, whatever you want to call it. And we had an in-depth conversation. And as a woman, she's gonna tell me what's on her mind. And then as a man, I'm gonna tell her what's on my mind. And we never have a conversation to go back and forth to dispute, to prove things. I'm sure, the Wiz, and she could attest to this too. I'm sure she knows that her king is a very knowledgeable man. You know what I'm saying? And I never see things for face value, right? But we both agree that black people, all black people do is come on this internet to complain. And I want to start off with the men. We have grown men come on these platforms to complain about situations that occurred or traumatizing situations that occur, and because of that, they're coming onto these social media platforms, I guess, to vent, to grieve, right? So you have men coming on complaining, talking about foolishness, and the prime example, foolishness like, oh, everything gotta be had, and things is not had, and this is not gonna work, and that's not gonna be. And the Wiz said, listen, I'll be honest with you, as a woman, when you tell a woman that she has to do have and then do then so according to have, it's hard for a relationship to sustain itself. And she's right. I believe that when it comes to keeping a roof over their head, keeping the lights running, keeping the water dripping, keeping the children shining, I believe that it's a father's responsibility. I believe that all men, there's no 50-50. Now, granted, we are living like here in New York, right? A 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom will cost you, kid you not, like $5,000, $5,000 to $6,000. That's for a 3 to 4 bedroom, right? I'm talking about mortgage. People is paying for apartments, right? So 50-50, that's not ideal. It's a man's job to take on all responsibilities when it comes to keeping a roof over your family's head. That's your job. That is your role. Let me turn this down just a little bit. Hold on. That is your job. That is your role. There's no going around that. Society has made it look different, but the rules of nature, of the universe, of the Father, the Creator, you gotta provide, fam. You gotta lead. You gotta make sure. You gotta guide and put your children in positions to be righteous, to be winners. That's your job. That's your job. That is your job. That is your job. The definition of a real man has nothing to do or has nothing to do with being in the street, have nothing to do with being or having the large amount of money. That's not the definition of a real man. The definition of a real man is being able to fix things in the house. I'm talking about to the extreme things. Remember back in the days, I forgot what show was this. Every time something broke, he'll be like, I can fix it. What is it? My wife and kids? I can fix it. He'll do more damage. But people don't understand that he's still trying. He's taking on his responsibilities as a man, bro. That's what you guys are not paying attention to. Right? That is our job. A real man, he He's a hard-working man. He knows how to work the tools. He can cook if need be. If my wings come to me right now and says, yo, I'm tired, my head's spinning, yo, I'm drained, can you cook for me? If she really needs me to cook, I will cook. You gotta be a man. A real man is a man that's able to carry on multiple hats and not complain about the hat that he puts on. One day you might have the chef cap on. The next day you might have the hard hat cap on. The day after you might have the NTA hat on. But the point I'm trying to prove and the purpose of this broadcast is to let brothers and sisters know that, yeah, you gotta pay for these things. You gotta do these things. You gotta put that work in. You can't, what do you expect a female to do? Like, oh, honestly, like, if we want to stop the complaints and we want to do things, right? You have to first take away all the foolish analogies that we have been told over the years, the lies that women can do what men do. Men can't do what women do, women can't do what men do. Let's just stop it, okay? Because we have allowed this thought process is the reason why you see what's going on in the world. It's the reason why you see individuals boldly come out with confidence and tell women that they can be a better female than that. It's because of the stuff that we are accepting. Okay? Now for the women, I want you to understand what a real man wants. See, a real man wants a loyal, ride or die, get down, get busy. And I told the Wiz this too. I said, listen, now you're gonna have your clowns, your suckers, your betas. You know, you're gonna have those type of individuals. I said to her, in order to keep a man happy and satisfied, you gotta please him. You gotta make sure that there's no shadow of a doubt that he needs to go elsewhere. Right? And when I said this to the Wiz, she was like, that's not true. I was like, how can you say that's not true? Oh man, I'm telling you, this is what we want. Well, for me and from the conversations that I had with my fellas, because I don't know, I guess, you know, we're the last of the Mohicans when it comes to relationship or just being a man. You're right, because we refuse to fall in line with this beta nonsense, with this sucker stuff. We gotta remain sucker free out here. That's how life goes, fam. Right? So I told her that. And then I remember watching something, I seen something, I don't know if it was on YouTube or if it was on IG. I believe it was on IG. And you know what that lady said? He said, I pleasure my man every morning, every day. I pleasure him so much that him even giving another female his time won't be beyond berserk. And I had to sit there and think about it. I'm listening. I'm shit like, yeah. She was like, he come home, I'm pleasuring him, and he eating, he's being pleasure. He's going to sleep. He sleeps like a baby. He wakes up before he even steps out into the world. I give it to him again. And then I remind him and let him know that this right here will be right here waiting for you when you return. Now, to the women, how many of y'all is on that type of time? How many of y'all are willing to do that? I'm talking about at all times. She says she does this all times. All times. If when she drip, she slip. She sip it nice and slow. Pause. Like Usher. You heard? When she said that, I was like, yo, she's absolutely right. And not only is she right, she has the experience, the longevity. Oh, me and my husband, we've been married 15 years. I'm like, wow, 15 years, that's a lot. Shout out to you. See the problem with us as people is we gravitate to the victims. We gravitate to people that you can relate to that's been traumatized. These are the people that's having a voice. These are the people that's being pushed in the algorithm. These are the people that society is yeah, man, yeah. These are the individuals. But I'm asking the viewers, the people that's tuning in, that's giving their ears to this. Let me ask you a question. When did we ever respect the victim? Aren't we supposed to respect the victors? So we substitute the victor for the victim. So when you are a victorer, I can't relate to that. That's unbelievable. But to be victimized, to be hurt, to be disrespected and violated, and for you now to come out, to build, to have the courage to come out, to stand on these platforms, to come on these social medias and disrespect the opposite sex. And the fact that people relate to that, that's not how it goes. These are the reasons why Black people are in these circumstances. And we have yet to evolve as husband and wife. We still in 2023 see nothing wrong with having a baby mother. We see nothing wrong in 2023 having a shorty. Nobody's having a conversation about husband and wife. Females don't even want to have that conversation. Females don't want to have the conversation about being married. But are the first ones to come on these social media platforms and say, these niggas are sugar honey iced teas. You are a sugar honey iced tea, a sugar honey iced tea type of man. Come on these platforms, ridicule Black men, but yet have their legs and their minds open for Europeans. I mean, come on. The Black man asks the woman, what can you bring to the table? The woman says, I'm bringing me, I'm bringing my love, I'm bringing my nurturing, I'm bringing my cleaning. The homie reply to that is, I can get a maid, I can pay for that. Now, what are you bringing to the table? Excuse me? What you mean what she's bringing to the table? Everything that she just mentioned is all she needs to bring to the table. There's too many of y'all single parents, upbringings, having mommy do everything, and then expecting a woman to do everything, knowing that you're there to provide the help when you know that your mother was there with no help, figuring it out by herself. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. How do we, as individuals, let me sit up. How do we, as individuals, wake up and say foolishness to a sister and says, I can pay for this. Whatever you offering, I can get this. Read Proverbs 31, young man, and then tell me whatever she said isn't what all she has to do. See, the difference between you paying for the help and you having somebody there is the person that's there is going to give that work their all. The people that's there are just going to do it to get their check, get paid, go about their business, live their best life. But the individual that you're there, that's living there, are going to make sure that the house is in order. Always make sure the house is in order every single day. Give her the opportunity. Give her, or tomorrow, or today is Sunday. Give her the opportunity. Watch how she works. Because women naturally are clean, are neat freaks, like to have their house in order, like to walk inside our house and be like, yeah, this is my crib, it looks good. Women loves that. Women love to decorate, create, put stuff up. Well, we could care less for that. So when you say, yeah, I could pay for what you're bringing to the table, well, that money that you're spending that easily to hire somebody, and even if you could pay for that, when you get your woman, you save that money. See, women, I love the women that, that bring in their own bread. That's what real men want. Real men want peace. To my ladies, let me say this. You want to keep your man happy? Bring him peace. Bring him joy. Bring him communication. Enlighten him. To give him conversations that's going to enhance his mind. Make him think. Make him feel everything. Wait, what would you just say? That's what men does. That's what men desire. That's what men care for. Men don't care for that. Only the suckers want the Instagram models. Only the clowns want the BBLs. Just like only the sucker females are only gonna be entertained by those that got chains on and then got a bag full of money. Only those are gonna be interested. Sophisticated, hard, independent, gorgeous, Bantu, looking amazing. That sister, please. See, when a sister is established, you can't swing on her with objects. You gotta swing on her with your heart. You gotta swing on her with your mind. You gotta swing on her with your conversation. You gotta swing on her with the way you present yourself. That's what real women is looking for in men. How do he communicate with his mother? Is his communication with his mother up to par? When I mean up to par righteous? Or is it just like any other nigga that be saying things like, shut up, mom? This is how black people talk to their mother. And that same person that says, shut up, mom, is gonna be the same one 5 years, 6 years down the line, coming on these social medias to complain and nag and say how women is this and the sisters is that, and I'm tired. It's to the point where it's like, well, if you're this tired, and wait, you wanna go talk to William? Because you was dating Wendy, but Wendy is pissing you off, so you want a Big Mac. You wanna talk to Mac 10. Are you dumb? And while we sitting here complaining and fighting with each other, matter of fact, let me not even jump ahead. Let's go. Let's go to the woman complaints. Woman, all men is the same. Y'all dogs. I don't know how to treat a sister. Y'all this, y'all that. Why can't I not find a good man? And it goes on. You know why you can't find a good man, mama? You know why you can't find a good man? Let me tell you why you can't find a good man. For two reasons. For one, you raise that bar a little too high. The bar is even higher than you or even worse. I'm just keeping it 100. The bar that you have set is too high. You have to bring it down. Some of y'all be looking like a 5, but be wanting to be treated like a 10. Some of y'all be looking like a 5 and demand that your man has to be a 10 and he has to fit every criteria for you. That doesn't work that way. The bar's too high. You need to set it down a bit. And number two, there's too much. There's not enough authenticity, and that's how you say it. There's not enough authentic coming out of you. Everything about you, especially our black women today, is fake. Fake hair, fake eyelashes, fake nails, makeup, fake designer clothes, bags, makeup. So when you on that type of time, how are you gonna find a real man? Fake things only attract fake people. A female with fake hair and fake this and fake all of that, you only gonna attract a fake man. A female that got her a fake body done is only going to attract fake men. You might get a real one because the real one be like, nah, I gotta see how this BBL feels like. You might. But 9 out of 10 times, and I'm just saying this of individuals and people I had conversation with, hey, oh man, that joint is trash. That joint don't feel real. That joint feel like cement. That joint feel like rocks. That joint feels unorganic. You're doing what you're doing, and you see a big booty overshadowing skinny leg, a leg that's small to the leg so small that she can put on a size 11, but her booty will make her gotta put on a size 14. You know what I'm saying? Men don't care for that. Men don't care for that. I'm still trying to figure out. At this point, I feel like women get their body done to compete with other women. Like I told my ways, the reason why black women deal with such a high level of insecurity is because black women are now competing with each other. We was never supposed to compete with each other. We were supposed to stand firm in unity. Afro, pure black, embracing the sun. You're supposed to stand in unity and stand together when you're dealing with these Europeans. When you're dealing with these Arabs, when you're dealing with these Chinese. You're supposed to be sticking together, not competing with each other. Please, you think I don't know about the woman that, her best friend got her body done and that didn't trigger her mindset. You know what? I want to get my body done too. We're competing. Our sisters is competing with each other. It's not the answer. You can't compete. You gotta unite. You gotta come together. We is all we got out here. Majority of my podcast, I be talking to the men, but the women gotta understand that you're very important. You're very needed in this battlefield. And when you focus in on foolish things like, I gotta get my body done, or I need this outfit, and I need to put this wig on, or that type of time, man, you already lost, bro. You already lost. I mean, come on. At the end of the day, people, we gotta see things for what it is. Lady, you set your bar too high, way too high. Some of you, your standards is so high out of wax. It's just like a parent naming their daughter Mercedes, but when she was growing up, she came out looking like a Ford Buick. Are you dumb? You understand what I'm saying? And on top, at the top of it all, women are the weaker vessels. What you expecting a woman to do? You expect, you such the man that everything gotta be 50-50, gotta be split it down the middle. You're so adamant about that. When things hit the fan and the money is not there and it's about survival, you're gonna tell her that she gotta be 50-50 too? So she gotta go outside and protect the family 50% of the time, and you gotta go do another 50% of the time. Come on. Come on. Come on. My lady, you gotta set this ball. Gotta drop it down a notch. Gotta drop it down a notch. It has to come down a notch. You gotta drop it down a notch. Let's stop the complaints. You stop the complaints when we start putting things back in order. The hood is not in order. The hood is not in order. The street is in complete chaos. The only thing that's needed is bullet holes and fireworks. It's bad out here, fam. It's bad out here. It's bad out here. But we wanna come on these platforms and just complain. Women ain't this, men ain't that. I'm tired of this, I'm tired of that. Complain. And then when you ask them what they doing about it, they'll say things like, what is there to do? There's no change in these women. There's no change in these men. How dare you say that? Who gave you that revelation for you to believe that we can't change? So you giving all hope on black people? Are you giving hope on black procreation? Because when you start talking like that, when you start acting like that, when you start ridiculing our sisters on these social media platforms, you know what you're telling the European man? That they can have them. You don't want to? I'm gonna go holler. Hey, what's up? My name is such and such. And they already got the black woman programmed and trained that you got to get the bag to get that ass. Guess what? These Europeans got all the bags. Got more bags than your last. Facts. So that's how they're gonna approach you. That's how they're gonna talk to you. They're gonna talk to you like you are an object. They'll never talk to you like they love you. They're not. They're gonna get what they need to get. They're gonna preserve their seed, because this is about survival. I got this on my Instagram. This is about survival. People is trying to survive right now because what's going on, right? You understand me? I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. The balls is too high, my mom. Gotta drop it down. Gotta drop it down a notch, a lot. A lot. And for two, believe it or not, you need to start embracing your beauty. Yes, you need to go back. Our sisters need to go back to just putting lip gloss on their lips. Gotta go back. All that makeup some of these females be having, they be overpowering, putting massive powder, come around you, give you a hug, and then you can just, when you look at them, it just looks heavy. You can tell that this is something heavy that's on your face. Nobody wants that. Man, it's tired. And on top of that, with all this craziness, with all this social media platforms and seeing what we seeing and, you know, the before and after. Nah, let me see the before. Don't show me the after. Let me see who you were before. Let me see if you got any zits and stuff like that. And then from there, we'll have a conversation and decide if this relationship shall continue, and vice versa. Facts. Tell me where I'm lying. Truth. Come on now. Now, what can we do about this? What's the solution for this problem? For one, stop complaining. Stop coming on these social media platforms to ridicule your own on their platform. You will never find a Jewish man coming on this platform to disrespect their Jewish wife or Jewish woman in general. Never gonna see a Chinese doing it. Chinese people all over the place. They're selling you TikToks and shoe replicas. They ain't trying to disrespect their wives. But yeah, we the only ones that come on these things, on these social media platforms and complain. Keep complaining. You gotta stop the complaints. The only way black people is gonna get ahead and move forward as a unit, as a strong pack, the man and the woman gotta come back together. I'm talking about come back together. I'm not talking about me and mine, his and hers. I'm talking about every single black person on the face of this earth. Gotta come back together. Gotta come back. That's the only way this relationship will be fixed. And when I say relationship, black people, we need to disconnect ourselves from all type of noise. We must disconnect ourselves from all religion. We must disconnect ourselves from all nations. Every single nation, we as black and brown people need to disconnect ourselves from. We must disconnect ourselves from the work. You must disconnect yourself from school. Disconnect yourself from friends. You must disconnect yourself from music. You must disconnect yourself from TV. Disconnect yourself from video games and disconnect yourself from phone. That is, like I said, that is the only way. You hear me? That is the only way we're gonna get ahead. It's too much distractions, too much noise. And then there's too much betas and suckers coming on in these platforms, getting a massive push by these heathens to promote division, head-on collisions between men and women. Because when you read the comments, you're gonna see individuals that's going to agree with the madness. And then you're gonna have the woman that's gonna disagree, and then you're gonna have the woman say what she's saying, and then the man's gonna say what he's saying, and there was a division in the main seat. Now there's a division in the lower seat, and then there's gonna be a division in the hot seat. There's gonna always be a division. You gotta understand this, people. You gotta understand this, because at the end of the day, we is all we got. We is all we got. We are all suffering from PTSS or PTSD. I call it post-traumatic slave syndrome or disorder, however you want. Come on. Stop the complaining. Please, stop the complaining. Start operating in a space of love, unity. Start seeking. If you're having relationship problems, don't call the friend that's single. Don't call the friend that's been to 3, 4, 5 different relationships in a span of 3 years. You can't call those people. You need to seek that understanding from older individuals. You need to seek that from individuals who can give you the answer into fixing your problem. Because we all got problems, but we all know these things can be addressed. So address it. It's your brother, man, from the motherland. You know I came to you guys live. Continue supporting You know who I am. I am Mr. Keep My Foot. He. He goes. And the newest star, he the nice next. Are you dumb or are you dumb? Father, say it one time for the one time.
Are you dumb?
And I'ma holler at y'all.